Hi, my name is Weilenmann. I will tie you a CDC and Elk. I started tying the CDC and Elk in the early 1990s, and this very simple pattern only uses two materials. It uses a type 1 CDC feather, which will form the body and the legs of the pattern. The wing consists of fine tipped deer hair. I use early season mule deer. Early season means it's been harvested close to the start of the hunting season, which generally is August, September. The hair is fairly short and straight and has a fine tip and a fairly steep taper and very little underfur. We'll start by attaching the thread near the eye, running down to the bend of the hook. Next we're going to tie in the CDC feather, and we'll hold the feather by the butt in the left hand. All this applies to a right-handed tire, and we're going to stroke it up. So we're going to bunch up the tips. We'll tie them down, and there's a little bit of a trick to tying in these feathers. The tips are kind of slippery, so we're going to place the tip there, make 2 turns to trap them. The third turn slides over the shank, but under the tips of the feather, lifting them up. And the fourth one goes over again, trapping them into place. Then we'll just run the thread to the eye of the hook. Find the pliers. We'll clip on the pliers and start wrapping. I'm not twisting the feather, I'm only working around the bobbin holder. And the rear half will start to resemble as if it's a dubbed body until we come sort of halfway up and we come to the loose strands, which we will stroke back with each turn. And these loose filaments will form the legs, the hackle, whichever one call it. And it's not quite clear what the fish sees in it. It could be a trailing shark, could be stillborn wings, could be anything. We will wrap until we come to the eye of the hook, and we will trap down just a little bit of bare stem. Trap it down tight and trim the axis. And now it's time to tie on the wing. To do the wing, we'll trim off a small bunch of deer hair, remove the underfur, and place it in a hair stacker, and even the tips. We want the wing to extend to the back of the bend of the hook, no longer than that. And we'll take it over to the other hand and trim it square, just in front of my nails. And this we will line up with the front edge of the eye of the hook to tie down the wing. With the butts lined up to the front of the eye, I'm going to make 1.5 turns of a soft loop. So over the butts, around the hook, I'm going to pull straight up, supporting the hair front and back. I'm going to finish that second turn. Then the third turn cuts through the butts at about 45 degrees. And the fourth turn slips under the butts, just over the eye. And we're going to finish the fly with a 3-turn whip finish. And that completes the CDC and Elk. And the finished fly will look like this. The deer hair has spun and covered the top 180 degrees. Straggly filaments at the bottom. Rounded head as a result of the trimming prior to tying in. Over the last 10 years, this pattern has become my staple pattern, not just as a dry fly, but covering a wide range of conditions, be it as an attractor or be it as a imitative pattern. I fished it dry, I fished it damp, and I fished it wet. A lot of my friends have started to use it to great effect across several continents, and I hope it will do just as well for you. It's been my pleasure to share it with you.